Hey everybody, step one in our introduction to grade rules, creating different size patterns, is to fill in this grade rule spreadsheet template that I have here for you. This is for a pajama shorts. And honestly, before we do that, let's double check that you understand what's going on with this pattern shape. Can you imagine this thing being sewn up into a pair of shorts? So I'm just gonna click and clo right now where we have our shape. So right here where this blue dot is the front of the wearer's, the model's right leg. And so we have one notch here, that means front. So this is her front rise. And then if we look at this, let me see if schematic view is on. Yes, there we go. There's a side seam on the shirt, but we're not doing the shirt today, so don't worry about that. But there's no side seam on the short. It just continues to, boom, see my blue dot that I just clicked? The back. So here's the back rise. We have two notches here. So this is just one pattern piece, and it's duplicated for the right leg as well as the left leg here. So that means, so let's go back to our spreadsheet. Well, basically, this is our back rise and this is our front rise. So let's go to our spreadsheet. Here we go. And I have them identified here. I have all of our grading points highlighted with a little green circle or black circle with green outline. And I even added a name too. So here were the single notches. We have our front rise waist, our front rise leg, the front hem leg, back hem leg, back rise at the leg, and then the back rise at the waist. Okay, so I want to make sure you feel really comfortable with that because our job is to create our grade rule. This can get very complicated and specific, but today we're just going to start with a real simple grade rule, which is that grade rules usually go 1 inch in width in women's sizes 0 to 10. So going across, getting wider and wider, 1 inch for each size, with a 1/4 inch length from size to size. So it's going to get longer, only 1/4 inch, not a whole inch, right? So what does that mean? Okay. So by the way, our base size is a size 4. I'm going to insert one above. Sorry, I want you guys to also do a size 2, just so you guys get that experience as well. Okay, so because we have our base size, we don't need to grade anything. So I guess I just put in 0 for every little thing. So we're not going to change it. We love this pattern. It's approved as is. Make that easy on us. Okay. Now, I'm going to change these to make it a little bit more simple for you guys. And we're not going to do, let me delete that. Okay. This will be updated. Sorry. And action. Okay. So for size 6, we want it 1 inch wider. Where is it going to get wider? I hope you're thinking it's going to get wider around the waist. So we have 2 points at the waist. Now, if I were to make each point move a whole inch, then that's actually going to be 4 inches bigger because we have our, let me look at our girl. Let's go back to Chloe. If I were to move, let's say this point 1 inch out, that's going to add a whole inch. And if I also did this point, that would add another inch. So by doing that, that would add 2 inches. And again, we're going to cut this one. This is only half. So that means it would be a total of 4 inches. So really what I should do to get it to be 1 inch wider is just move it each point 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet and where it says my back rise waist. There we go. Now X means across, wider. Y means up and down, longer. So for X, it's fine at size 4, but for size 6, I want it to be bigger. So I'm going to type in 0.25 and then another 0.25 here. And again, because this is just half our pattern. Okay. Also, where it's going to get wider is basically where our two leg points are. We want that to go out wider as well. So again, it'd be smart to do just 1/4 inch for each point, because then that'll add up to 1/2 inch on the pattern, and there's gonna be 2 pattern pieces, so 1/2 inch times 2 is 1 inch. So my front rise legs, here we go, for the X, because that stands for across. Wider at 1/2 inch, and then here at the bottom also wider, 0.25, and then my back rise leg also wider at 0.25, and at the back rise hem wider 0.25. Okay, now let's look at length. Looks like we're all done with the X's, which is across. Now we want to think about the length. And again, the grade rule that we're using is only going to do 1/4 inch length from size to size. Okay, so our next size up, back rise leg. We might not need to move this. We could leave it as is. And then instead for our length, we could lengthen the back rise at the waist and then just leave this guy. It's an idea. So I might do that, but then it's up to, there's more than one way to do this. So I think for now, because if I make this longer, I'm also going to make this guy for sure longer, and I do need to make the rise longer. So let's think about this. Maybe let's focus on the rise, and I want the rise for sure to be 1/4 inch longer from size to size. Instead of breaking it half and half at 1/8 inch and 1/8, I think it's best to leave this guy at 0 and just make the rise longer, okay? So that's gonna be for length, and I'm gonna do the same with the front rise. I'm gonna make it longer by 1/4 inch, but I'm only gonna lift it up high. I'm gonna leave this point. The other length that we're gonna be concerned about is the length of the pant leg. So we wanna make it longer by 1/4 inch. So again, I just wanna leave this back rise point where he is and lengthen the back hem leg point by 1/4 inch. Okay, and I don't have to do math because that's kind of in its own spot. So I could do all of them 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna do them all 1/4 inch longer except for my back rise leg and my front rise leg. So back rise leg, I'm gonna leave it at 0. And the front rise hem, we are gonna type in 0.25 to lengthen it 1/4 inch longer. My back rise waist, I want that to go up 1/4 inch. So let's say 0.25. Front rise waist, also want that to go up 0.25. And then my front rise leg, I also want that to lengthen 0.25. Oops, nope, my front rise leg, got it confused. That one's staying at 0. Front rise hem, that one's the one I want longer. Okay, that was pretty, oh no, yeah, that was perfect. That was pretty simple, but the thing with the axis, with graphs and the y and the x is that it has a positive and a negative value. So I'm going to go back and rethink about that for each of my lengths that I just typed in. The 0 can stay. That's not a big deal. The back rise hem, yes, I want it 1/4 inch longer, but it's going in the down direction, the negative direction. Maybe it's too much info. Okay, I've finished adding my grade rules for size 6. And I'm going to use the exact same rule for size 8, which is bigger than size 6, and size 10, which is bigger than size 8. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of this, copy it, I'll paste it, and I'll paste it. And I like my box outlined, so let's bring that back. This is pretty standard. I will admit that sometimes I've seen the grade rules kind of reflect back to the base size. So for example, instead of size 8 saying 0.25, it might say 0.5, and then size 10 might say 0.75, so it might actually do the math. But a lot of times the grade rules will just reflect that size 8 is a 1/4 inch bigger than size 6. So you definitely want to be clear about that when you're working with a factory or a pattern maker or someone doing this. Okay, now our size 2 is going to be smaller. So really we can do the exact same grade rules, but it needs to be negative because we're going to make it all smaller, right? So yeah, it'll be shorter by 1/4 inch or longer. Let's see. Or sorry, not longer, or less wide. Okay. So maybe I could just copy and paste this at this point. So it's all going to be negatives instead of positives. Okay, so we have a grade rule chart now finished. This is what you're going to use to actually now do the grading in Clo. So I'm glad you're able to fill this out with me, and I hope you were following along. Reach out if you have questions. Let's talk about them in the discussion board. If you want to challenge something that doesn't make sense, I would love us to get into a discussion about that. But next video is going to show you how to apply this to a pattern.